Senate will please come to order. This afternoon, in lieu of a devotional, we'll begin with a moment of silence. Thank you. Are there any announcements this afternoon as we get started? We will then move to referrals. Have any announcements? H 505. Act relating to reclassification of penalties for possessing, dispensing, and selling a regulated drug, carrying an appropriation or requiring expenditure of funds under Rule 31 is referred to the Committee on Appropriations. We also have H 517, an act relating to the Vermont National Guard Tuition Benefit Program, carrying an appropriation or requiring an expenditure of funds under Rule 31 is also referred to the Committee on Appropriations. We have a joint resolution to take up at this time. JRH 20, a joint resolution authorizing remote participation in joint committees through the remainder of 2022 for members with a disability as an accommodation under the Americans with Disabilities Act. It was introduced on March 23rd by Representative Blackie of South Burlington and was read and adopted by the House on April 19th. Please listen to the reading of the resolution by title only. JRH 20, joint resolution authorizing remote participation through the remainder of 2022 for members with a disability as an accommodation under the Americans with Disabilities Act.
Now, you've heard a reading of the resolution, and the resolution is treated like a bill and referred to the Committee on Rules. This brings us to the orders of the day. We have on the calendar H 159. We're returning to H 159. Yesterday, action or consideration of an amendment was postponed until today. So the senator from Chittenden is recognized.
Thank you, Madam President. I wish to withdraw the amendment that's in the calendar on page 2812.
Without objection, we will do so.
And to continue on, Madam President, I have a new amendment that's being distributed. Joining with Senator from Franklin, we talked about the old amendment that would have begun this program of lifting the cap on health deductions in this calendar year, and Finance Committee, won't speak for them, felt it was not ready to go forward this year, so we are going to study to make sure it is ready for 2023. And that's what this amendment before you does. Thank you.
I want to make sure that everyone has access to the amendment before we call the question. Does not have the amendment in hand? The senator from Washington is recognized.
Madam President, Senate Finance has not seen this amendment, but our objections, and it was a typo, was over delegation of our taxing authority. This would not delegate any taxing authority. It would be a study. And so I'm assuming that the committee corrected, but I assume the committee would accept this substitute amendment.
The question is, shall the Senate proposal of amendment be further amended as moved by the senator from Chittenden and the senator from Franklin? Are you ready for the question? All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, nay. The ayes have it, and you've amended the Senate proposal of amendment. Are there any other amendments before third reading? Please listen to the third reading of H 159.
159, an act relating to community and economic development revitalization.
The question is, shall the bill pass in concurrence as amended? Are you ready for the question? All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, nay. The ayes have it, and you pass H 159 in concurrence with proposals of amendment. And the senator from Rutland, my apologies, I'll make sure that you have a moment to also voice your vote, knowing that you are with us remotely today. We now have on the calendar for action S 265, an act relating to expanding criminal threatening to include threats to third persons. The House has proposed to the Senate to amend the bill as set forth on pages 28 and 44, 46 of today's calendar. The underlying question is, shall the Senate concur with the House proposal of amendment on S 265? And the senator from Bennington, Senator Sears, is recognized for the report.
Madam President, the Judiciary Committee went over the changes to the criminal threatening statute that we passed earlier this session. And the changes are relatively minor, other than the addition of sexual assault. In other words, threatening somebody with sexual assault would also bring into the serious bodily injury and other factors. So that's what the House added. We think that's a positive step forward. So we would urge the Senate to concur with the House proposals of amendment on the bill. Thank you.
The question is, shall the Senate concur with the House proposal of amendment on S 265? Are you ready for the question? All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, nay.
No.
Ayes appear to have it. The ayes do have it, and you concur with the House proposal amendment on S 265. We have for third reading today, SR 16, a Senate resolution urging the United States Postal Service to improve immediately the reliability and timeliness of its deliveries and requesting that Congress take any necessary legislative actions to effectuate this objective. It was offered by Senator Sears of Bennington and others. Are there any amendments for third reading? Please listen to the third reading of SR 16.
SR 16, Senate resolution urging the United States Postal Service to improve immediately the reliability and timeliness of its deliveries and requesting that Congress take any necessary legislative actions to effectuate this objective.
Now you've heard a reading of the resolution. The question is, shall the Senate adopt the resolution? Are you ready for the question? All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, nay. Aye. All right, Senator, we've got you. The ayes appear to have it. The ayes do have it, and you've adopted SR 16. We'll now move to H 548.
Madam President,
Senator from recognized.
consultation with the chair of the Health and Welfare Committee, we'd like to pass over until tomorrow to give the Health and Welfare Committee a chance to look at the bill.
There's been a request to pass over H 548, and we will do so and move on to, I have H 399. Oh, no, sorry, H 534 right here. My bad, excuse me. We have on the calendar for third reading, H 534, an act relating to sealing criminal history records. Third reading was ordered on April 20th. Are there any amendments before third reading? Please listen to the third reading of H 534.
H 534, an act relating to sealing criminal history records.
The question is, shall the bill pass in concurrence? Are you ready for the question? All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, nay. The ayes have it, and you've passed H 534 in concurrence. We now have on the calendar H539, H300, goodness, an act relating to incarceration terms for criminal defendants who are primary caretakers of dependent children. It was read for the first time on March 22nd. It was referred to the Committee on Judiciary, which reports it has considered the bill and recommends that the bill pass. Please listen to the second reading of H399.
H399, an act relating to incarceration terms for criminal defendants who are primary caretakers of dependent children.
The Senator from Caledonia, Senator Benning, is recognized for the report on Judiciary.
Madam President, while the original bill is being passed, I may recognize that there is virtually no language in today's calendar about this. The Judiciary Committee decided that we adopt fairly quickly the bill as it came over. For those of you that are not familiar with the criminal world and the judicial system and how it handles criminal cases, you may not know that in sentencing the defendant, in the most serious ones, the document that is prepared called sentence investigation. That pre-sentence investigation is drafted by a probation officer who interviews almost everyone associated with the defendant's life and makes an analysis, if you will, of the individual who's being sentenced. And sometimes makes a recommendation with respect to the actual sentence itself, and that is all given to a judge of all the parties. They can have arguments about what's in it, whether they object to it, but eventually the judge takes a look at that document as one of the tools that is involved in sentencing an individual appropriately. For the longest time, there has been, as part of that pre-sentence investigation, discussion with the defendant and any family members, and that is sometimes woven into the pre-sentence investigation. But in this case, the other body decided it would be codified to require that anyone with dependent children would have that element taken into consideration in the pre-sentence investigation itself. Part of that analysis is to determine whether or not in sentencing someone with dependent children, there is an impact on the family that the judge should take into consideration. So the long and the short of it, Madam President, is that the bill says that anyone with dependent children who is being sentenced will have that particular element taken into consideration in the pre-sentence investigation itself. Your committee, Madam President, only heard from Ben Navrogrovsky, our legislative counsel. I do have a list of the witnesses who were presented in the other body if anyone is interested, but the committee vote was 5-0, and we would ask for this body's support.
The question is, shall the Senate propose to the House to amend the bill as recommended by the Senator from Caledonia? Are you ready for the question? All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, nay. The ayes have it, and you've amended the bill as recommended by the Senator from Caledonia. The question is, shall the bill be read the third time? Are you ready for the question? All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Those opposed, nay. The ayes have it, and you've ordered third reading of H539. There's been a request to pass over H411, H736, and I believe as well S254, which would then bring us to the end of the orders of the day. The Senator from Windham is recognized.
Thank you, Madam President. At this time, I ask that the rules be suspended and that we message our actions on 159. It's asked 159. 159, the House forthwith.
The senator from Wyndham has moved that the rules be suspended and that you message your action on H 159 to the House. 5th. Are you ready for the question? All those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Those opposed, nay. The ayes have it, and you suspended the rules and messaged your action on H 159 to the House 4th.
Thank you, Madam President.
Wyndham is recognized.
Thank you, Madam President. At this time, I ask that the Senate stand in adjournment until 11:30 Friday, April 22nd, pending announcement.
The senator from Wyndham has moved that subject to any announcements, the Senate stand in adjournment until Friday, April 22nd at 11:30. Are there any announcements? The senator from Bennington is recognized.
Thank you, Madam President. I apologize for standing too early. Senate Education will meet 15 minutes after the fall of the gavel.
Senator from Caledonia is recognized.
Madam President, Senate institutions will be meeting at 1:30.
Senator from Wyndham is recognized.
Thank you, Madam President. That is where I live. Senate Government Operations will meet at 1:30, and I can't have too much time this afternoon.
Great.
Thank you.
Senator from Washington is recognized.
Thank you, Madam President. Senate Finance will meet at 1:30.
Senator from Addison is recognized.
Madam President, Senate Natural Resources and Energy will meet tomorrow morning, 8:30.
Are there any additional announcements? The senator from Wyndham has moved the Senate adjourn until Friday, April 22nd at 11:30. Are you ready for the question? All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, nay. No. The ayes appear to have it. The ayes do have it.